After having heard a lot about control units, ECUs, and that security is being built in there everywhere, we are now going to take a look at security from a user perspective. We continue to need applications to test ECUs. And first and foremost, we take a look at what it looks like when a test application doesn't understand security, but I still want to test a secured ECU. In order to teach my application security, what are the challenges that result from that? And thirdly, I brought an example we heard earlier that we want to do more and more database testing. So what can the test of an ECU look like, where I replay the data, but the data contains security information. Let's take a look at that now. So it's an ECU connected through a network with an application. The bus communication is secured with secured onboard communication, SecOC. So you know that it's got two essential security parameters, the message authentication code for once, and the freshness. The message authentication code, in short MAC, allows me to ensure data integrity and data authenticity and to review those, to check those. I, as a recipient of a message, can find out whether the sender of the message has been authenticated and is allowed to send the message. At the same time, I know that the data that I have received were not changed in the network. Second parameter, freshness, as we've just heard, is kind of a timestamp. One might also say a counter or some other characteristic. It allows me to recognize whether the data are really up to date, or whether somebody may have intercepted data, recorded them, and is replaying them now at a later point in time. The ECU on its part, all the incoming data and messages, it will check them for these parameters. If they are okay, it will accept it. If not, the data will be discarded. Now I've got a test application. I want to check whether my ECU functions well and communicates well in the network. The application can read all of the data, SecOC, so they are not encrypted. Reading data is okay, but I don't know whether the data are authentic, whether they really come from the ECU or from elsewhere. Nor can I check whether any errors occurred in the bus. Is data integrity ensured? Does it all fit together or not? And I cannot clearly say, are the data replayed, possibly? Have they been recorded and are now being replayed? Is the freshness okay? Is it an up-to-date data value that I got, yes or no? With regard to analysis, if I want to take an active part of the test application, if I want to stimulate a reaction in the ECU, I have to send data there. And as already mentioned, the ECU will reject all the data that are not authentic and that don't have a correct freshness value. I, as a user, I cannot calculate a MAC. I don't have the knowledge to do it, how it is done, nor do I have an idea how the freshness value is composed, so I won't succeed in communicating there. If we go on there, it means the application has to support security, the very security that the ECU expects from me, and that results now in certain requirements. SecOC means I need somehow an algorithm, a cryptographic algorithm with which I can create the MAC, generate the MAC. I have to knowledge about the composition of the freshness value. I have to be able to calculate it and to add it to my messages. The basis for cryptographic algorithms typically are keys or certificates. SecOC works with pre-shared keys, so only the keys are relevant for me. If I've got keys, then most of the time they are not quite fully public, so I have to be able to deal with these secrets. I have to get a grasp on them. They may possibly be stored on a server in a backend. They might also be in a secluded, encrypted container. I have to be able to extract the information and use it. And during the use, I need to be able to administer the data. SecOC is available not in one form only. It's more something schematic that says how something might work. What the concrete implementation looks like is completely different. So if I've got my test application, if I want to use it not only for one ECU, but for diverse ECUs, then I've got very many different implementations, many different, possibly different cryptographic functions or freshness algorithms. And on top of that, as we just heard, there's not only secure messaging with SecOC, but there's also IPsec, TLS, other security protocols that have other requirements in the direction of my test application. Now, we've already just heard at SecOC, somehow or other, there is some timestamp which tells me that data are up to date. And I said all the data that are not up to date will be rejected by the ECU. A comparatively widespread test case is where I've got data, network communication. I've recorded these data. I wrote them into a file. And now I wish to use these data in order to trigger a reaction in the ECU, and I then want to check the reaction of the ECU, whether it's okay or not. Typically, I can do that after each new software status. I can play the data. I can review the result, whether it's okay or not. My application, and I've shown it here, my application still communicates via SecOC. So this safeguards, secures the bus communication. In the future, apart from the data that we've recorded somewhere in the network, we've got the parameters, security parameters recorded. At SecOC, it's the key, which was used to create the MAC, and the freshness value, which together with the data was also communicated and in the network. So I've got a key and a clock, color designation, same color means same values, different colors, different values. You can see at one glance the data in the recorded file. They are blue, and the ECU has got green parameters. So somehow or other they don't fit together. I want to do a frame-based replay as an application now. I won't recalculate the data, the security data, because it might be that my recorded data already have some integrity flaws or have erroneous calculations, which may lead to strange behavior then ultimately in the ECU. Probably it won't be much of a surprise what happens if I replay the data. The ECU says, no, I can't use these data, can't do anything with them. Why not? Well, the key is different, and then additionally the freshness is different. Those are two reasons why the ECU will reject the data. The reason is, of course, also that the data in the network, the security parameters in the network are different, and I don't have a common understanding of it, no shared understanding. The ECU doesn't understand the security from the recorded data. The application has got different security parameters. Basically, nothing goes together. And that's a very clear-cut explanation of the result. What I have to do now, ultimately, I need to synchronize the data in the network. Somehow, I have to try to make the ECU think that the key that was used in order to generate the MAC in the recorded data and the freshness that is contained in the recorded data, they are fitting together. Now, in the development phase of the ECU, I can take a stance and say, well, ECU, I reset everything, I write a key into it, I stop with the debugger and make a change of values on runtime, or I may have the advantage that during the development phase, development keys happen to be used. So the development keys are known everywhere, they're inside the ECU, and I'm fortunate enough that the data were also then recorded with this development key. Then maybe via SecOC I can configure my application in such a way that it distributes the freshness in the network, so that in principle all of the parameters can be set on an equal footing. And if I manage to have the same security parameters everywhere, then the ECU will also accept the data. But now there will certainly be cases where I don't want to touch the ECU at all. Maybe maybe I've got an erroneous information coming back, or some situation where the ECU then indicated an error, and I want to replay the same data in order to restore the same error situation, then I don't want to make any changes to the ECU, nor do I want to play in a new software status, and possibly I don't even have my debugger interface available anymore. Typically, after the development phase at the latest, it will be switched off anyway. Basically now I have to take this task, the amendment of the security parameters in the ECU. I have to transfer the task to my test application. So the test application has to be able somehow to change the security parameters in the ECU. And this can only work if, when generating the security concept, the test application was also taken into consideration. Because the application has to be able to take the keys and or certificates and pick them off from a backend. As an application, I have to be able, possibly during key generation or key distribution, to be part of all that. And I have to be in a position to somehow, through one communication channel, and possibly this wouldn't even have to be SecOC, it can also be diagnostics. I have to be able to change some parameters at the ECU. Sounds simple. It can't be simple. We are talking about security after all. Can't be easy to change security parameters. Possibly you have to embark on very difficult paths, but they have to be predefined. If they don't exist, I don't have a chance. So as a summary, we can say test applications tools have to support security in order to be able to be used in the future. If I want to use not only one ECU and test it, but if I've got various ECUs with different security protocols, then all of a sudden there are enormous requirements, and my test application will have to be very generic. And use cases such as replaying data that contain security parameters, that ultimately can only be possible if, from the very beginning, concept-wise, I have included my test tool into the security concepts, and if I've taken a look at it from the beginning, that there have to be these paths in order to change the security parameters. So as you go into the break, don't only bear in mind the ECU, but also the test application, the tool.